enjoying the same view of downtown Milwaukee that Santa just enjoyed a few nights ago. We are inside the brand new Fiserv Forum here in Milwaukee, where number 18 Marquette has its last game before Big East play. They take on Southern. Alongside Stephen Bardo, I'm Wayne Randazzo. And Stephen, it's been a great non-conference season for the Golden Eagles. What do they want to accomplish in this last non-conference game tonight?
They're really playing well, having won 7 in a row, and you let the guys go home for Christmas. They may got a little bit more Christmas food than the coach would like, so you want to retain the sharpness, get your confidence back to an all-time high before going into Big East play.
We take a look at the starting lineups tonight, presented by Chief Grant Cherokee, Darius Johnson, and Alex Ennis for Southern, both making their first starts of the season. And for Marquette, Marcus Howard coming off that 45-point game last Friday against Buffalo.
Oh, Marcus Howard was outstanding. I mean, caught fire, second half, hit shots that I'm not sure many pros would have hit.
It's Alex Ennis and Theo John to tip to begin this contest tonight in Milwaukee. Marquette is 9-0 inside their new building, trying to make it a perfect 10 to start the season. Tonight, they win the tip.
See a lot of movement here and floor being cleared out.
Well, the crowd only had to stand for 16 seconds tonight before Marcus Howard got the Golden Eagles on the board and everybody in their seats.
You know, when Marcus Howard can turn the corner on that pick and roll and get to the lane, causes a lot of matchup problems for the opposing team. You see Southern's going to try to take some time each possession.
Darius Johnson makes the three. Only a 15% shooter in his career from three-point range, but had a good stroke on his first shot tonight.
He looked very confident elevating there. See if he can maintain this.
Sam Hauser lost his dribble. And diving for it, Darius Johnson causes a jump ball. So Southern has come out aggressive. They'll get the ball after a turnover. Steve Wojciechowski is in his 5th season at Marquette, trying to get them back to the NCAA tournament. 10-2 start with some impressive victories in non-conference play.
Yeah, they've really done a good job, and played Kansas tough early in the year and really put it on Kansas State, Buffalo, and end up beating Wisconsin as well. So they have, I think, exceeded expectations thus far.
Johnson with the lob. The dunk didn't go for Alex Ennis.
I like the way Southern's coming out, very aggressive.
A whistle along the baseline as we take a look at Kentucky Wildcat great Sean Woods, one of the unforgettables from the early 90s at the University of Kentucky. His number 11 is retired there, and he's taking on a project here at Southern University.
He is, and I spoke to him before the game. He talked about the history that is already within the Southern program, and said Avery Johnson does a great job of helping out the program as well. So good to see that.
Theo John busting his way inside.
Theo John, if he was on any other Big Ten team, Wayne, Big East team, excuse me, he would get a lot more recognition for what he does.
Brendan Brooks missing the three, and John was there for the rebound. John had a huge game against Buffalo last week on the defensive end. He had 7 blocks as Hauser misses the three. That was Joey Hauser, but an offensive rebound for John as he is fouled by Darius Johnson.
Now, Theo John, one of the reasons I like his game so much is that he stays within what he can do. He doesn't try to get outside of his game. Very efficient whenever he catches the basketball. Integral part to what Marquette is doing.
The career high 7 block shots in that win over Buffalo last week. That's Sam Hauser that is fouled. And already 2 fouls against Darius Johnson.
Well, you're going to see that a lot with Marquette. If they get inbounds plays underneath the bucket, they're going to utilize their size advantage. Both Hauser brothers have several inches of height advantage against their defenders.
Sam Hauser at the free throw line, 88%. As he makes the first, Johnson heads out. Sidney Amude in the ball game for Southern.
It's going to be imperative for Marquette to really get the Hauser brothers confident and going. Marcus Howard is a fantastic offensive weapon, but sometimes his teammates can get caught looking. It's not going to. They're going to need to have much more balance when Big East play comes.
Richard Lee misses the floater. Joey Hauser gets the rebound. Marquette in transition. Did a lot of scoring this way against Buffalo last Friday.
That was just an unbelievable display of offensive prowess, not only by Marcus Howard, but just the team. But for a college player to get 40 points in 20 minutes, that is really difficult to do.
Yeah, 25 in a row at one point in that game for Marquette. This place was rocking last Friday. Howard with the send out, and it's Sam Hauser who misses the three. Had an open look in the corner.
I like that action, though. Good floor spacing. The defense collapsed. Marcus made the right play. Bucket just didn't fall.
The older Hauser's made 11 threes in his last 3 games. Fighting for positioning, Ennis couldn't get the bucket over Theo John.
Alex Ennis has got good size. Just got to gather himself before going up. Looked like he was off balance.
Joey Hauser in the paint with a head fake, an offensive rebound, a putback that didn't go. Sam Hauser cleans it up. Big brother helps out little brother, and he gets a shot at the free throw line as well.
And Sam Hauser doing an excellent job of following the rock, not giving up on the play, and then keeping his concentration through the contact. Sam Hauser, one of my favorite players in the Big East Conference. There's not one skill set that he does not possess. He can handle it, obviously shoot it with range. He can post up. He can put it on the deck and make plays for others, and he's a lot tougher than he's given credit for.
88% free throw shooter, though he missed a shot at that three-point play. A travel is called here against Eddie Reese. Reese has started every game for Southern this season except tonight, as Sean Woods tries to get a feel for his team that has struggled in non-conference play, but certainly some opportunities to win games once SWAC play begins in the next week.
Yeah, he's pretty excited about that. Going to get a couple guys back off injured.
The speed from Sakar Annam, but he couldn't get the roll to go through.
It's a really nice set play that Marquette runs. It doesn't look like a set play, but the guard cuts through the lane to clear the space. There's a big that pops in to set like he's going to receive a pass, and Sakar Annam turns the corner, tries to get all the way to the rim.
This is Chartouni with a bounce feed to the weak side. Ed Morrow Jr. couldn't get it to go. Rebound for Hauser. Howard for three. And just like last Friday, the three's raining for Marcus Howard early.
Best time to shoot a three-point shot in a half-court set is off an offensive rebound. The defense is scrambling, trying to pick up guys, and Marcus Howard wide open.
Marquette on a 9-0 run. Long three connects for Eddie Reese. He's Southern's leading scorer, averaging 15 a game.
Eddie Reese is a good-looking athlete and smooth jumper that time.
Both of Southern's baskets have been behind the arc. Step back three from Howard. Once again, Marcus Howard is in full control of his jump shot.
You know, Wayne, every time I call a Marquette game, I try to encourage fans to really understand what they're seeing. This is one of the premier scorers in college basketball. He will go down as one of the best guards that's ever played at Marquette. Just an electrifying offensive talent.
High praise for a school that once had Dwayne Wade as we get our first time out on the floor.
Fresh off of 40 points in the second half. If Southern doesn't do anything, he may have half of that here in the first half. Marcus Howard feeling good about that long-range jumper.
Marcus Howard last week against Buffalo with a highlight reel for the ages.
Fifth straight game of 20 points or more, and he started the game. He wasn't hot, Wayne. I mean, he Sutherland's first couple attempts, Buffalo was inside his jersey, and then he figured it out. I think Coach Wojciechowski took some paint off the wall at halftime, and Marcus Howard responded in kind.
Hit several of those step-back threes, the long arc. Just an incredible outing. 9 3-pointers overall, 45 points. That ties the second highest scoring game of his career, the school record 52 that he dropped on Providence last year. He's got 8 points tonight, 3 for 3 from the field, including a couple of threes.
And so what you notice about Marcus Howard, those 3 games that he scored, you know, his career highs, normally guys would get those against maybe a Southern, maybe a MEAC school or a lower Division I program. Not Marcus Howard. He shows up when the lights are brightest. I mean, the Kansas State backcourt, one of the best defensive backcourts in the country. He lit them up. Buffalo guards are known for their toughness and defensive prowess. He lit them up. I mean, Providence, we all know how tough Ed Cooley's teams are and how they like to grind you. So it seems like when things are difficult, Marcus Howard seems to bring his A game.
That's good news for Marquette when it comes to Big East play, which will start in the next few days as the jumper drops for Amude.
That was a confident-looking shot by Amude. No hesitation whatsoever.
Well, Amude can score. He had 26 points against South Dakota State in a game earlier this year. An offensive foul is called against Marquette. It's on Chartouni, his first.
Hey, Joseph Chartouni starting to get his confidence elevated. Really played well against Buffalo, 11 points in 17 minutes. But he had really struggled from three-point line, Wayne, and stepped up in that one and shot it with confidence.
Chartouni, the graduate transfer player from Fordham. He and Ed Morrow both trying to get their feet wet in a new program. Both had success where they were previously. As an offensive foul is called here, the charge against Eddie Reese.
Marcus Howard. Johnny on the spot comes in and helps side defense, make sure he's outside of the restricted area, gives up his body. Tell you what, when you see, typically when guys score the basketball like Marcus Howard, they're not taking charges.
Ed Morrow down low, couldn't get that one with the left hand. Fighting for the rebound, Darius Johnson. Foul away from the basketball. This one against Marquette. It's Morrow called for his first. A transfer from Nebraska. Still trying to find his way at Marquette, though he had a good game recently against North Dakota, scoring 18.
Ed Morrow's going to be an energy guy. I think that's one of the reasons why he's coming off the bench. You know, obviously, big, strong defender, rebounder. And he gets his first couple buckets to go. He gets really activated and involved.
Morrow had some big games when he was at Nebraska. It's strange to see him struggling, especially for us. We see a lot of Big Ten games. So we know what Ed Morrow's capable of.
Oh, nice adjustment defensively by Marcus Howard.
And left Alex Ennis wide open for a dunk.
That's a heck of a read by Eddie Reese. I didn't think he would see his teammate wide open in the lane. Nice assist.
Chartouni with a drive, bounce feed to Jamal Kane. Turnaround jumper bounces out. Morrow gets the offensive rebound, and he's fouled.
Take a look. Defensively, you saw Marcus Howard jump to deny the pick and roll. But there was no help side, and Alex Ennis comes right down the lane. Jamal Kane a little late, rotating over, and that's going to be the easiest two that Ennis gets all night.
There's Morrow at the free throw line. He's had 10 of his now 16 offensive rebounds this year come in the last 4 games. Finding comfort in a new system after the transfer. As Annam returns for Marquette. Brian Ossier in the game for the first time for Southern.
You talk about Ed Morrow, and anytime players transfer and they have to sit out, you've lost a year of timing, rhythm, expectations, all those things. And so a lot of times it's not the physical part, it's the mental part of the game that needs to catch up. And I think as the Big East slate gets going, I think you'll see Ed Morrow become more valuable to this team.
Marquette all over the place with regard to second chance points. They have out-rebounded Southern by a healthy margin so far. That is one glaring weakness in Southern's game, is they usually get beat pretty handedly on the glass. Long three. No fear from Eddie Reese. As long as he's in the gym, he's got a shot at taking one up.
Yeah, that's true. I like guys like that. I wish I could have done that. The only place I was able to do that is on the Nerf hoop in my bedroom. That was about it.
Morrow backing down, trying to get that turnaround jumper, but it didn't go.
Yeah, that's not Ed Morrow's game right there. Turnaround jumper from 10 to 12 feet, that's not him.
Nice fake by Reese, and Theo John got all ball there. He swatted away the floater from Reese. So it was Morrow, not John, with that block. And a nice runner for Sakar Anum after the block shot by Ed Morrow.
Nice pass fake by Sakar Anum. Like he was going to swing it. The simple pass fake made the defense adjust, and he got an easy look.
That's a three, but it bounces out from Amude. The Golden Eagles fight for the rebound. Chartouni thought about it. Anum will take the shot. It's a two. He had a toe on the line. They'll say that's two for Sakar Anum.
Sakar Anum and Joseph Chartouni have a nice chemistry with one another when they're on the floor, especially when Marcus Howard goes to the bench. Those two seem to really have great nonverbal communication.
Just when it started to look like Southern was getting close, Marquette's put together a 6-0 run.
Marquette is very underrated defensively, one of the better defensive teams in the Big East Conference.
Long two, and it goes down for Aaron Ray. Ray's been struggling shooting-wise this year, only 27% from the field.
I see Sam Hauser get involved here.
This is Morrow backing his way inside, and the rebound was bobbled out of bounds by Assier. Ed Morrow putting up the defense for Marquette, a block shot for one of the best defensive teams in the Big East. The Golden Eagles with the lead.
When your hand...
Our end of shot clock defense has not been where it needs to be. Twice, they've gone into a middle flat ball screen, and 22's turned the corner, and they have a paired side, and we're outside, and we're not reacting. You got to be high in the circle and at the nail. And if they skip the ball, the top of the eye has the first pass, and then we recover out. Gave up a dunk and a late contested two. Come on, guys, you got to be better on ball screen day.
Steve Wojciechowski stressing defense this year, Stephen.
Yeah, I mean, offense sells tickets, but defense wins championships. Marquette's been able to score the basketball since Steve Wojciechowski's been here, but you have not seen defensive stats like that. And, Steve Wojciechowski took him a while to get his thumbprint or thumbnail on this program and get guys to buy into what he's doing. This team has finally done that.
Marquette off to a 10-2 start, some impressive non-conference wins. They've enjoyed a 9-0 record here inside their new building, the Fiserv Forum. As Marcus Howard was fouled on that last play, Assier called for his first.
I mean, the true test, in my opinion, for Marquette, they're going to be tough here. And to win a conference title, which Marquette is definitely in the mix for this season, you have to take care of business at home, which they've shown that they can do against some nationally ranked opponents, but you've got to play better on the road. They go to Indiana, they got shell-shocked, they got jumped. just did not look good in that hostile environment. They've got to figure a way to capture the magic that they have here, Fiserv Forum, and take it on the road.
Howard has 10 points. Their next game is a road game, New Year's Day at St. John's. That will be their first true road game since they went to Indiana on November 14th. How does that kind of play into their mindset on the road when they haven't done it in 6 weeks?
Well, I think it will be kind of, it'll be different because you're on the road. You're going against the St. John's team that has a possibility of still being undefeated at that point. So there's going to be a lot of energy in the building. But this is a veteran ball club, this Marquette team. And they've been on the road. They've had their struggles. They've had success. I think it's going to be fantastic to see if they can pull it off.
Marcus Howard with the steal, all alone to the basket, and a layup for Howard, who hasn't missed anything yet. 15 points, 5 for 5 from the field with 3 threes, as Howard has scored 7 straight points, and Marquette's up 15.
This is a large 3-topping pizza from Domino's. You can carry one out for $7.99 every day. This is a 3-topping handmade pan pizza from Domino's, and now you can also carry one out for $7.99 every day. This is a logo from Domino's, and this is the end of the commercial from Domino's.
The Agent League uniforms are in.
Why is the number so high?
There's over 19,000 State Farm agents. I wanted number 13,171, but Ty from Sioux Falls is in town, and he called dibs.
What's up, buddy? Ty can't shoot. No, you're fine.
Marcus Howard turning things toward Marquette as they've gone on a 13-2 run, Stephen.
Yeah, he's gotten into his rhythm here, and you just can't leave one of the best scorers in college basketball. You got to pick him up from the parking lot. And then he shoots the gap beautifully on the defensive end for an easy deuce. Marcus Howard doing a little bit of everything here tonight.
He's 5 for 5 shooting, 3 for 3 from 3, 2 for 2 at the free throw line. Everything he's put up tonight has gone through. He has 15 points already. That's the lead for Marquette. A little more than halfway through the first half here in Milwaukee with Stephen Bardo. I'm Wayne Randazzo. The Golden Eagles in their last effort before Big East play begins for them on New Year's Day. They'll be at St. John's to start conference play in a Big East that, if you look at it from Marquette's perspective, is very winnable.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I think they're the most talented team in the league. But we've seen this before where talent doesn't necessarily equate to wins. However, this Marquette team has a little bit of everything that you want in a championship caliber squad.
Howard had 25 straight points for Marquette in their win against Buffalo last Friday. He's got 9 straight points rolling right now. Maybe he'll try to duplicate what he did last week. A 3 from Brendan Brooks fell short. And it's Darius Johnson who fights for the rebound.
Well, a few times Southern's gotten an offensive rebound, another opportunity. Oh, nice play.
And the basket falls for Brian Assia.
Oh, that was a beautiful two-man game right there. Assia with the easy finish.
Howard was able to shrug off Brendan Brooks, and he cracks another 3. He's got 20 points, including 12 in a row.
That's the type of scorer he is. He can get hot and stay hot. In today's college game with really no contact on the ball handler, he can do anything he wants.
This is like a rerun from last Friday. Howard again, 15 in a row.
These fans ought to be on their feet and stay on their feet. I'm telling you, you just don't see players like this come through college basketball on a regular basis. You know what's even more impressive, Wayne? That Marquette's defense has not let up one bit.
Brendan Bailey with the spin, the lob toward Theo John. John gets it back, and he travels.
Well, I followed Marcus Howard on Instagram, and he looked like he was having fun with his family, Wayne. I didn't know if he would be sharp, but he's showing me how good he really is. Coming off the Christmas break, hasn't missed a step. Marcus Howard as good as they come.
College Hoops is sponsored by Jeep Grand Cherokee. Marquette Marquette a big lead. The incredible Marcus Howard as the Fiserv for him might be the house that Howard built.
I'm starting to believe so. Doing a little bit of everything. The runner, he's got layups, he's shooting the gap, and then that patented three-point jump shot. You're not going to see a better shooter in college basketball. And that right there, that's going to put that young man on a poster. Marcus Howard doing it all here in the first half.
If you look at his last 30 minutes played, dating back to last Friday when the second half started against Buffalo, Howard has 63 points in a 30-minute span.
I'm telling you, it's hard to quantify that for people to understand. You should see guys get hot at the pro level because the game is a lot more open and fast. But in college basketball, for a guy to score the way that Marcus is, it's something to see.
This is Eddie Reese trying to challenge the Marquette bigs down low. That didn't work out for him. Now the Golden Eagles in transition. Bailey to John for two.
Usually you see Bailey, a freshman, want to take that shot himself. Nice job of drawing the defense and leaving a free donut for Theo John. Let the big fella eat.
That breaks the string of 15 straight Marquette points scored by Marcus Howard. But it's still a 17-2 run for the Golden Eagles.
Let's see if Southern can get anything going.
Shot clock winding down. So Amuda had to just throw it up. John fights for the rebound.
Marquette has been stellar transition. Brendan Bailey, you expect a freshman to try to go in because he hadn't, had a lot of opportunities, Wayne, but that's an excellent look. Usually that's done by a point guard. Brendan Bailey showing his skill set.
A top 100 recruit. He's had a couple of nice games so far this season. Now Theo John at the free throw line. John has started every game except the opener. That was the game he used to get into the starting lineup. They put up a double-double against UMBC.
Theo John is an imposing physical guy, but he'll mix it up too, Wayne. I mean, like he can get nasty with you if he needs to. I mean, he's a gentleman. He's not a dirty player, but if it gets physical, he's not running away from it. And then you bring Ed Morrow off the bench, who is as or more physical than Theo John.
Kind of a nice 1-2 punch at the 5 that they have.
Yeah, and then if one of those two guys gets in foul trouble, Matt Helt has as much experience as anybody on this team. So Marquette really has a tremendous front line.
It was Ennis trying to squeeze his way to the basket. He was fouled. Ed Morrow's got a couple of fouls against him early on. Actually, that was on Kane, his second.
And Jamal Kane is a player that I thought was going to make the next leap. And the coaches reassure me, Wayne, that it's not that he hasn't played well. It's just tough breaking into the lineup. You bring in Joey Hauser, and you got Ed Morrow, who becomes eligible. And then the likes of Brendan Bailey, Joseph Chartouni comes in. And so you get an influx of a lot of talent. So it's not that Jamal Kane hasn't improved. It's just that it's a crowded space on this talented team.
Ennis makes one of two. The rebound for Kane.
Set play to get Hauser in the post.
Hauser against a double team, had to get rid of it. And Jamal Kane travels.
And Jamal could have, in my opinion, caught that and elevated. Just wanted to put it on the deck and got those puppies moving a little bit too quickly.
Fifth turnover against Marquette. Turnovers were kind of an issue, especially early on in this non-conference season for Marquette.
Yeah, I think they were a little loose with the basketball, and Marcus Howard having to handle it so much. Probably where it got worn down a little bit, but they've tightened things up as of late.
Bailey might have gotten a piece of that jump shot from Ennis. Chartouni trying to bounce it down low, and there's another turnover from Marquette. Eddie Reese for three. And Chartouni able to get the rebound.
3 on 2 if they hurry.
They got it to the corner. Brendan Bailey drops the three.
Nice vision by Chartouni. I'm telling you, Joseph Chartouni's going to be a key for this Marquette team because they can slide Marcus Howard off the basketball when Chartouni's in. He can handle point guard position duties. He can also slide to the 2, not necessarily from an offensive standpoint, but he was the steals leader, one of the best steals leaders in the country at Fordham. And so he comes here, and if he can provide that defensive prowess and take some pressure off Marcus Howard, that's going to be a key here.
Gets a steal here as he was spinning to the basket, kind of crossed his legs with Richard Lee. And a foul will be called on Lee.
Well, I'm glad he got up quickly. That didn't look good. Active hands, got right in the pass lane. And a nice job before when he hit Bailey on the open three. Drew 2 defenders for a wide open Bailey.
Chartouni was an all A-10 defensive team player while at Fordham. From the Montreal area, Chartouni makes the first.
I'd like to know what he did to get his confidence back on his shot, because a couple games ago, defense were challenging Chartouni to take the outside shot. And this shot wasn't even close, but now his form is nice. His form has always been nice, but his confidence is there. He looks really comfortable now.
What would you do when you needed confidence back in your shot?
Get in the gym and shoot 500 jumpers a day. I'm sure that's what he did, but also got some encouragement from the coaching staff, because that's the main source of your confidence, typically at the college level, is whether your coaches believe in you or not. And obviously they do.
Chartouni for three, and Marquette from three-point range tonight, 7 for 9.
They're getting good looks. They space the floor very well. And the ball is finding the open man.
A jump ball will be called. It will belong to Marquette. After a timeout, it has been all Marquette tonight. And as expected, a big lead over Southern. That's ripped off a big lead here against Southern thanks to 7 threes, 5 of them from Marcus Howard. And Stephen, that leads us to take a look at the best backcourts in the Big East.
No particular order here, but St. John's with Shamori Pons, Mustafa Heron, the transfer from Auburn. They average about 35 points a game between them. We know about Marcus Howard and Sakar Annam. Max Strus and Eli Kane are just behind Pons and Heron. They average about 34 a game. Max Strus about 6'6", Eli Kane 6'5", big backcourt. These are varied backcourts, and obviously Marcus Howard, I think one of the better guards in all of college basketball. And Sakar Annam is one of the guys that doesn't get enough credit, but does a lot of different things that don't show up on the stat sheet.
The way things have gone tonight, we might not see a whole lot more of Marcus Howard. Marquette has made 8 straight shots. That's a streak broken by that Joey Hauser miss. Chartouni grabs the loose ball, another rebound. Bailey, another three-point try. That bounces away and out of bounds. Marquette's rebounding effort tonight, 25-6 over Southern.
And you would expect that, Wayne, with the size advantage. Marquette, one of the bigger teams in all of college basketball, not just the Big East. So when you have a size advantage like this, got to pound the glass.
Marquette's been one of the top 25 rebounding teams in the country so far this season.
So you just said that, top 25 rebounding team, one of the best defensive teams in the Big East, and one of the top scorers in all the country. To me, that's the recipe for a team that should challenge for a conference title and maybe have a nice run in the NCAA tournament.
Second foul on Lee. We've seen a Big East team have success in March the last couple of seasons with Villanova's rise to national prominence. Maybe Marquette can take that next step and become a title contender this year.
I think they can. And, you know, a lot of people are saying that Big East is down because of the graduations at especially like Seton Hall, Villanova. I mean, they lost pros from their program. But I would argue that, you know, Marquette, St. John's, Butler is a sleeper team in the Big East that no one is really talking about. It's going to be yet another competitive league run. DePaul is much better. Chartouni looked like he was going to shoot the gap. Yet another steal.
Aaron Ray trying to go up and under Bailey. And it will be out of bounds off of Southern. Ball will belong to Marquette. Sean Woods hoping to get Southern back to SWAC prominence. They went to the NCAA tournament just a couple of years ago, 2016, as the SWAC champion. Bailey with a nice turnaround, but couldn't finish on the shot. And the ball will go back to light blue.
And Bailey, it's always funny when guys miss a shot or something and they don't think they should have missed it. They look at their hand like their hand is slick or something. It's like, it's all right, young fella. You just missed the shot. Nope, no problem. In a game like this, he's going to get his multiple opportunities.
A foul called. Jamal Cain's up to 3 fouls now. We saw Jamal Cain having an interesting conversation before the game with Bo Borowski. He was wearing a compression sleeve on his leg and was evidently told to take it off because he's not wearing it now.
Yeah, he's got his wardrobe together. And, you know, these guys, I get it. You know, they're style oriented at this age and want to look a certain way, want to emulate their NBA players that they idolize and want to be like.
Jumper from the baseline. Ray missed on the offensive rebound try. Amude was fouled. Coming up on the Jeep Grand Cherokee halftime report with Mike Hill, Steve Lavin, and Casey Jacobson. A preview of tomorrow's Big East games. Xavier against DePaul, St. John's against Seton Hall to start conference play, plus first half highlights and analysis of this game.
Man, Mike Hill must be tired. I mean, I saw pictures of him. He was on another continent. You know, for Christmas.
That rankings in the Big East, top 50, filled with Big East teams, 4 of them, including Marquette, the highest ranked out of those net rankings teams.
And those net rankings take into consideration road games, neutral site games. It's a measurement that the NCAA hopes will be a little bit more complete than the RPI that was used for so many years.
When St. John's going to start getting some recognition for their good stuff?
I think they're going to get some recognition, Wayne. It's just that you got to go on the road and you got to play some high-level competition. They haven't played the type of competition that a Marquette or a Butler and Creighton have as of yet, but they're going to get their opportunities because they're going to see these Golden Eagles here soon enough.
Bailey with another miss down low. Southern has not scored a field goal in roughly 7.5 minutes. That streak will go on as Amude was fouled. The net rankings, a new look, replacing RPI, and you see where Marquette is, then St. John's as far as the Big East is concerned.
See, so when we're talking about it, you talked about when is St. John's going to get some love. If we look at St. John's ranking in the net ranking, they have not played any teams right now in the top 25 of the net. Marquette has played 6. They're 4-2 against the top 50. And so I think when St. John's gets more Big East opponents, they can continue to win. Naturally, they'll start to get more love because they're definitely capable.
Timeout on the floor. Marquette a 30-point lead against Southern. Timeout called before halftime here by Marquette. This is Steve Wojciechowski trying to get across in a game like this.
Situations, and he's got a specific thing that he's looking for. Maybe a 2-for-1 here. There's 41 seconds, 41.8 seconds. He might get a quick look in the first 7 to 8 seconds. If they get a high-quality shot, Wayne, they may take it earlier. If not, they'll go ahead and run their offense. So he's going through different scenarios here, and this is interesting because now Southern's going full court pressure.
It's Sam Hauser that will toss it in.
Oh, I like this adjustment.
And Chartouni was fouled.
Southern foul, 33.
Destin Dunton called for that foul, his first.
No. Dutton doesn't foul that time. Chartouni was in a little bit of trouble on that sideline. Seen some, excuse me, Wayne, seen some gamesmanship between the two coaches here.
Chartouni, 64% free throw shooter, misses the first. For Sean Woods, Southern off to a 1-11 start. Things will change for them once conference play begins. They'll, assumingly, they'll get some more victories lined up once they get into conference play. But for him, this is a return to the SWAC. He was the head coach at Morehead State. Before that, though, Mississippi Valley State. He was 2012 Conference Coach of the Year.
Yeah, and so he was pretty excited about the fact that trying to get his guys healthy going into conference.
Held gets a block. And then a foul called against Marquette.
And, you know, for Sean Woods in this scenario, for a lot of teams on a lower level Division I that have to go different places and, you know, have games against a high Division I competition, your guys get beat up a little bit, but you've got to be a psychiatrist almost and continue to keep these guys focused on the task at hand, which is trying to get better each and every day. Try not to look at the outcome of the games. Go back and film and see what you were doing in this scenario. Did you do what we asked you to do? Those types of things, just building good habits, which made Sean Woods a tenacious player at Kentucky. This is second look here, three-quarter court, 2-2-1 pressure. So both coaches working situations right now.
Shot clock is off for Marquette. Chartouni lost it on his way inside, and now it's Ennis chasing down a long pass, but unable to finish. Sam Hauser, trying to get a shot off before halftime, as Marquette ends up allowing just 17 points, the fewest they've allowed in a half this season. Everything working for the Marquette offense as well. They had 7 threes, and they're up 48-17 on Southern. On the other side of the break, we send it to Mike Hill, Steve Lavin, and Casey Jacobson in L.A.
I can't tell you who I am or what I witnessed.
Final 20 minutes here at the Fiserv Forum as Marcus Howard is back on the floor. 8 for 8 in the first half. 5 threes. 63 points over his last 2 halves played. Second half against Buffalo last Friday. The first half tonight. And Marquette holding down Southern to only 21% shooting in the second half. The Jaguars missed their last 12 straight shots to end the first half. Not sure if that last one is considered a shot or not. I think the ball just slipped out of the hands of that particular Jaguar, but Marquette's got it for the first time in the second half.
Well, Marquette was really moving their feet that first defensive possession in the second half. I'm sure Steve Wojciechowski trying to implore his players to throw out the score and build on those habits.
Fouls on Ennis, his third. They go right back inside to Sam Hauser, who gets his own rebound. Looking to go back up with it. He missed again, got it back again, and he's fouled.
Sam Hauser doing the old school Moses Malone. Throw it up there, get it back, throw it up again. Adding those rebounding stats. Man, I aged myself there, Wayne. I'm wondering how many young people know who Moses Malone is.
Yeah, what's the cutoff, you think, to know who Moses Malone is? 30?
Ooh, yeah. 30, 35
Under 30?
maybe? Yeah, something like that.
Under 30, you definitely probably is.
Golly, man, I'm getting old, dude. I gotta remember that. I'll try to come up with another.
Rodman.
There you go, Dennis Rodman. Thank you, Wayne. Good stuff. Good stuff.
You know, Dennis couldn't make any baskets, and he'd get a lot of rebounds.
He would do that. Moses had game, though. I'm not trying to take anything away from his offensive prowess. One of the better offensive centers the game's ever seen.
Third foul on Joey Hauser. Three goes up, bounces off the back from Darius Johnson. Rebound try goes out of bounds off of Southern. So will belong to Marquette, who played a very complete half against the Jaguars in the first 20 minutes. They out-rebounded them 30-13 in the first half. Shot 50%, 7 for 11 from 3. Sam Hauser tried to lead Annam to the basket. Ball went out of bounds. Hauser brothers been kind of quiet here tonight.
They have, and they're going to be called upon when Marcus Howard isn't flowing like he normally does. These two guys can really fill it up. And the thing I like about them, Wayne, they're very efficient. They don't get a ton of shots per game, but when they do, they convert.
Steal from Marcus Howard. He stops and pops from 3 and connects again. His 6th triple of the night, 26 points, as Marquette off of turnovers has shut out Southern tonight.
Boy, his mechanics on his shot are fabulous. No wasted motion. One of the quickest releases in all of college basketball.
Makes you wonder how he ever misses.
True. That's true. He's got the ultimate green light. But Southern, you can tell they're discombobulated because the scouting report has said when that young man gets off the bus, you pick him up. And that's the second wide open 3 that he's gotten today. Marcus Howard made it look easy.
They're trying to call on the sidelines because the line's busy if you're trying to get through to Marcus Howard right now.
Yeah, he's the thing that he doesn't get credit for. He's got tremendous leadership skills. He's got some experience with the NCAA as a student representative on certain committees. I mean, he's just an outstanding young man. I think he's probably a better young man than he is a player, and that's saying something.
Sam Hauser inside the free throw line, hitting the short jumper.
That's a nice decision. You don't see that a lot in college basketball, where a guy elects to take the mid-range jumper as opposed to getting all the way to the rim and possibly picking up a charge call. That's what I'm talking about with Sam Hauser and that skill set.
He has 7 points, on his way to becoming the 50th Golden Eagle to ever reach 1,000 career points. He's 38 away, so that'll be coming soon for Sam Hauser. Nice move toward the basket, but the shot clock runs out after Aaron Ray was unable to hit the rim.
And now this is a 6'8" player in Sam Hauser that he moves and looks like a guard with that size. I mean, you got to respect his jumper. He puts it on the deck. He can see over the defense while he's penetrating. Nice move by
Adam with an open lane as he was able to go with the left hand. Adam averaging 6 points per game, but he can score. Hit 16 in a game earlier this year against Kansas State, 26 against Creighton last year. When they call on him to do that, he can do it as Ennis handles the lob from Darius Johnson.
Nice job by Johnson getting inside the defense and a nice feed. You know, when we look at this Marquette team and we talk about how deep and talented they are, you're talking about a team that has one senior. That's Matt Help. That's it. And, you know, with the depth and with the age of this team being relatively young, but guys have enough experience in Annam and Sam Hauser. Theo John got some great experience last year. Jamal Cain got a lot of experience. They should be poised to do some special things in a Big East slate.
Missed 3 from Richard Lee as Hauser kicks it to the corner. Annam spinning toward the basket. The no-look pass to Theo John.
Oh, Shakar Annam. I didn't know he had that in him. Nice job. Putting the defender in the spin cycle. You can tell I'm having fun, can't you, Wayne?
That's right. What's not fun about a Friday night in Milwaukee? This budding city, this brand new arena in the middle of downtown.
Milwaukee's done and continues to do a really good job of developing this downtown, and the Fiserv Forum is a big part of it.
Sam Hauser able to get the rebound after the miss by Richard Lee.
Well, the Minneapolis native is awfully warm right here on the spin and the dime to Theo John.
Before Jones.
FS1 College Hoops is sponsored by Jeep Grand Cherokee. 58-21 Marquette all over Southern University tonight. We'll take a look at some news and notes around the Big East, and the biggest news is that conference play kicks off tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting time when you're talking about Xavier, DePaul. Seton Hall and St. John's, the game I'm watching. Miles Powell has been outstanding. Second leading scorer in the conference. But watch Miles Cale, player from Seton Hall that averaging just below 10 points a game, but has the ability to hit you for 20. It's going to be an outstanding matchup between those two backcourts.
Well, St. John's undefeated. They will make the trek out to Jersey tomorrow to take on Seton Hall as Annam gets fouled. We've talked about Marcus Howard all night, the Big East leader in scoring, but Miles Powell is right behind him.
Yeah, that's a awfully nice five right there. Jesse Govan, Shamori Pons, we know what he can do. Max Strus is the real deal, ladies and gentlemen. If you have not seen DePaul play, you want to check them out, because Max Strus is a young man that can shoot the three with the best of them, one of the leading rebounders in the league, but he can dunk on your head. He's a sneaky athlete. I think he's got a chance to get a look at the next level. As does that young man, Marcus Howard. Some think, Wayne, that his size may be a deterrent, but anybody that can shoot the basketball the way that Marcus Howard can, he's going to get a look.
Yeah, I would think that Marcus Howard's got an opportunity to play anywhere he'd like.
Yeah, you know, and a lot of times what players don't understand at this level of college basketball that are trying to break through the NBA game, a lot of guys, you're not going to be the man. It's very rare that you're the top guy on your college team and you go in the NBA and you still have that similar role. So I believe a guy like Marcus Howard can fill a niche because he can do so many different things.
Sidney Amude has 6 points. And Morrow with the reverse inside.
When Ed Morrow gets deep like that, it's not a whole lot you can do. Sometimes he gets going too fast and loses his balance, but that time, on balance, nice, strong finish.
Hassan Hussein lost it on a catch that was leading him to the basket.
Oh, nice crossover.
Sam Hauser gets 2, plus the foul.
Again, I'm telling you, I salivate on this young man's skill set. Just keep watching him play. You'll see what I'm talking about. He just knows the game. He can read it, turns down his pick and roll, crossover, goes to the hole strong. And when he gets this close, Wayne, he's got that size. Very difficult to stop him at the rim.
9 points for Sam Hauser tonight. Call him Big Smooth, and he has 10 after that three-point play.
Well, you know who the original Big Smooth is? That's Sam Perkins. Again, I'm an old head. But that's the original Big Smooth.
Sam Perkins was drafted ahead of Michael Jordan.
Yeah, but that's the only, Michael Jordan's the only player these guys know about from that era. I don't know anything about Sam Perkins, so I'm okay with Sam Hauser being called Big Smooth.
You got to pass those on to the next generation.
I agree. We can start to do that tonight. I'll relinquish my old school love. I'll give the new guys some love. Oh, what a move.
Nicely done, plus a foul. Aaron Ray will go to the free throw line.
Aaron Ray Kept his pivot foot down, watch the spin, watch his left foot stay down under contact, goes up, nice concentration.
Chance for a three-point play for Ray, who's a 91% free throw shooter. Southern 1-11, their only victory against an NAIA team, Wiley College. They just lost recently to California Baptist in a close game, and Ray had 21 points in that one. He has 7 tonight.
Again, for Sean Woods, head coach of Southern, you're trying to get your guys to forget the score. Let's build these habits.
Morrow backing his way inside, and he travels. Another Marquette turnover. It's continued to be a problem. That's 10 tonight.
Tell you what, when Ed Morrow hits you with that chicken wing, buddy, man, you better be prepared.
Aaron Ray was trying to pick a pocket, and the ball ended up bouncing all the way to Bailey, who takes it to the rack. Couldn't finish, though. Morrow fights for the rebound. It's Joey Hauser who grabs it. He turns around. He was wide open, but he missed the three. Somehow his defender backed away, and he had an open look.
Yeah, Joey will make that more often than not. Brendan Bailey, when he had that layup opportunity, Wayne, more time in the weight room, he'll finish that. It's just he's going to get stronger. But he's got some of the skill packages. Sam Hauser, not quite as developed, but he's got that potential.
Jumper for Sidney Amude. Amude's had a couple of double-doubles this year for Southern.
Amude's a good-looking player.
A foul away from the ball as Reese was trying to get some positioning on Joey Hauser.
Reese got to be careful, too, because Doug Showers almost teed him up. I understand Reese's frustration, but gotta maintain your composure.
He's got 4 fouls, so he'll come out. Darius Johnson's in. Isaiah Rollins enters the game as well for Southern. Reese is Southern's leading scorer, but he's been quiet tonight and in foul trouble.
And Marquette, they do a pretty good job of trying to limit the other team's high score.
Joey Hauser with the take in his first basket of the night.
Boy, Jamal Kane, one of the better missed dunks I've seen all week.
That was a nice feed, too, from Joey Hauser to lead Kane to that dunk attempt. The runner falls off from Dutton. And Joey Hauser gets the rebound.
It's a good idea by Dutton with that floater. All guards need that in their game.
Stripped it and ended up right back to Ed Morrow. Kane for 3. Joey Hauser has that rebound bounce off of Johnson, who ends up grabbing it. Johnson in transition. He misses a runner. And Kane secures the rebound for Marquette.
So right now, if you're Steve Wojciechowski, you can see him calling set plays because he doesn't want this game to get raggedy. And he doesn't want to have guys start going on their own and breaking the system. And it's difficult. It's hard to stay disciplined in this scenario.
It was a finger roll for Chartouni. He has 8 points.
Joseph Chartouni. I have to correct myself. I said Marquette has only one senior who gets a lot of playing time. Matt Helt, Chartouni, a graduate transfer. So this will be his last year with Marquette as well.
Well, one thing that is true, though, about that is that Matt Helt is the only senior that has been on scholarship all 4 years at Marquette. It's really the only one who's been in this system as long as anybody else.
You know, I think Matt Helt, he's going to, it's a long season, and the Big East is a grind. He'll have an opportunity to contribute.
Offensive foul called against Joey Hauser. Marquette in full control tonight. SEC stat comparison. Fast break points heavily in favor of the Golden Eagles.
And, you know, Marquette can get out on the break, and you would expect an advantage, but that's overwhelming. And so that's why it seems as though Steve Wojciechowski's able to save his voice, because he's got that conference voice already, that raspy, husky sound where he's a little bit hoarse. But he's getting a chance to save it tonight because the Golden Eagles have responded very, very well coming off their little mini break.
Year 5 at Marquette for Wojo, away from the comforts of Duke. He was an assistant for Coach K for several years. Foul called here against Marquette will be on Sakar Adams. His second foul. Joey Hauser is on the bench with 4 fouls right now.
Joey was upset too. When he went to the bench, I know his teammates are trying to say something to him, and I think his older brother Sam told the other teammates, "Hey, leave him alone." You know, he knows his younger brother and how he's going to respond in that scenario. And you know what? You want that. Joey's not worried about the score. He wants to play. Players want to be on the floor.
A wayward night for Joey Hauser. Only has 2 points to go with those 4 fouls.
I like this 2-1, 3/4 court pressure. This is good for Marquette to learn how to break.
Matt Helt was fouled on the back end of it. Isaiah Rollins came flying through for the foul, his first.
And now you got a unique, as you see Coach Marcus Howard right there, doing everything but selling popcorn. But Matt Helt, Chartouni, Kane, Bailey getting extended minutes. And this guy, Marcus Howard, for a guy that is as talented as he is, he's always locked in, Wayne. Anytime you see him, whether on the floor or not, he's talking, he's cajoling his teammates, he's conferencing with the coaches, which he's talking to Associate Head Coach Stan Johnson right now. And he's always involved, always locked in.
Howard barely breaking a sweat tonight. 26 points, 23 in the first half. Hasn't played much in the second half, as you'd expect. An enormous lead here for Marquette, but there he is, up and active on the bench.
I mean, they're up 70-30. He's off the bench cajoling guys. And, and I have to admit, I thought I was a decent leader, but I'd have been talking to Kendall Gill about what we're doing after the game at this juncture. And look at him. He's calling out plays. He's into it. Coach Wojciechowski's talking to him like he's an assistant coach. I mean, look at the guy. You got to love that.
Well, this is Marcus Howard's team. He might be the Big East Player of the Year before it's all said and done this year. And they'll go as far as he takes him. Nice spin to the basket by Alex Ennis.
I like what Ennis is bringing. To back up your point, Wayne, it's going to be interesting. A lot of conferences, Marcus Howard would be unquestioned, would be the player of the year. But Shamori Pons, ladies and gentlemen, at St. John's, is an outstanding guard.
Bailey with the offensive rebound. He's fouled. Early candidates for Big East Player of the Year. Certainly Marcus Howard a part of that. You just mentioned Shamori Pons and Miles Powell sneaking in there from Seton Hall.
And so what you notice here with Howard and Powell, elite scorers, Pons not far behind him, but also setting up his teammates. So he's not only just, attacking from the 3 or at the bucket, Pons is getting everybody involved. Marvin Clark III playing an undersized post for St. John's. They've had to overcome injury to one of their main bigs and still undefeated. Tell you, ladies and gentlemen, don't sleep on the Big East this year. It's going to be as fun as it has been in years past.
It's a fairly open and very deep conference from top to bottom. There's competition in every post of the Big East.
No doubt about it.
Nice pass from Dutton, but a missed 3 from Darius Johnson. Bailey brings it up for Marquette, almost lost it, got it back, dumps it off to Helt for a layup.
See what I'm talking about with Brendan Bailey? And by the way, that shit happens to be Thurl Bailey's son, so the bloodlines are there. It's on a mission, so he missed a couple years, but he's going to get that frame right. Steve Wojciechowski is really high on his potential.
Earl Bailey was a national champion at NC State before a long NBA career. Dunton with the left hand. Nice move by Destin Dunton.
Good job of Dunton getting away from the defense with the offhand.
Dunton missed a lot of time early in the season with an injury. He's playing in his third straight game. Annam was attacking to the paint, and Ennis will get called for that foul.
Well, Marquette fans are excited about this season, but they also are excited about the future because guys like Brendan Bailey making plays like that.
Y'all know.
Big lead for Marquette in a runaway against Southern University tonight. While NFL Week 17 is on Fox. Huge games with playoff implications. The Vikings take on the Bears. The Eagles battle the Redskins. The Rams host the 49ers. It's all on Fox and the Fox Sports app. Check your local listing. The NFC, the Bears could still end up with a first-round bye if they win and the Rams lose on Sunday. Minnesota's just trying to get in. So are the Eagles, the defending champs right now on the outside looking in the NFC.
Well, that Bears-Vikings matchup, people in this part of the country understand that. We're in Packers country, but the Packers are out of it. The NFC North. It's going to be interesting to see who wins that matchup. You know, Wayne, you and I, Chicago natives. Khalil Mack, I did not understand that at the beginning of the year. I understand it now.
Yeah, it was worth it. Should have traded more draft picks. The Raiders didn't get enough.
Exactly.
For Khalil Mack. He's been incredible.
My goodness. He's infused a winning attitude throughout that Bears locker room.
The Packers are looking for a new head coach. See what they end up with after Mike McCarthy was let go.
I want to get back to the dedication of the people that we work with, our colleagues. Senior coordinating producer Steve Shear watching the game and wanted me to make sure that Jordan went 3 and Perkins went 4. We just got that a little confused.
I got my Sam's wrong. It was Sam Bowie that was number 2.
There you go.
Jordan. Yeah, Olajuwon was number 1.
Bowie 2. MJ 3 and Perkins 4 for all you young folk.
Well, you're the old guy here, Steven. Don't bother me with this 1984 draft. I was born that year.
We got to get some history lessons. Oh, my goodness. Are we having fun or what? More fun than Southern right now, but still fun.
Bailey airballs a 3.
Kane would have got free. That's why I said, uh-oh, that would have been a highlight reel.
Eddie Reese kept Kane from reaching the highlights by picking up his 5th foul, so he has fouled out.
He'll have much better days than tonight. Averages 15 points on the season. Just a tough night, got in quick foul trouble, never really recovered.
Reese had some good games earlier this year at Iowa State and Western Michigan. Put up 17 against the Cyclones. Only 3 tonight, though, as he's fouled out. Jamal Kane misses the first free throw.
Well, you see Eddie Reese getting some coaching from his assistants, and Sean Woods pointed out a couple different plays that just the teaching points, and Sean Woods has learned a lot. He's had a few bumps in the road in his career and got a fresh start here with Southern. And I know one thing, this team is going to play hard if nothing else.
Well, considering Sean Woods' background as a coach, you got to feel like Southern will head in the right direction at some point soon.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
Foul on Bailey, his 3rd.
He's looking forward to getting this freshman point guard back, who's a little injured right now.
That's Jaden Sadler, who's been out the last 4 of the last 5 games in concussion protocol.
And talking to the assistants at Marquette, they were saying how talented Sadler really is. Quite a get for Southern.
There's a look at Jaden Sadler, the freshman guard out of Aberdeen, Maryland.
And trying to cover up his face and not laugh. But yeah, coach is really high on him, and they get him back for conference play. Southern would be poised to make some noise in the SWAC.
They were 5th in the conference last year, picked to finish 6th this year. Morrow floats up the turnaround jumper. Bailey followed it in, but had the rebound knocked away.
So again, when you see Bailey and those balls get knocked out of his hands and stuff, that's just a lack of strength. He'll get better at that, not only as the season goes on, but this offseason will be imperative for him. Oh, nice play.
It looked like Morrow was going to get a piece of it, but it just kept rising above him.
Brendan Brooks, nice job on the finish.
Brooks only 5'9", a walk-on. He's been getting the playing time with Sadler out.
Well, somehow he got squished on Matt Hill. This unbelievable matchup here.
Chartouni with the feed. Bailey with the touch inside. And Morrow the follow-up dunk.
You know what? I tip my hat to Joseph Chartouni. He could have taken that, but he understands that his teammates need their confidence elevated. That's the mark of a smart point guard. Get your other guys going.
This is Brendan Brooks for 3. It rims out to a rebound for Kane.
You know, we talk about Chartouni. What a pleasure for a coach to have a sure-handed vet like Chartouni. He blew the bunny right there.
Amude with the left hand. I think Bailey got a piece of that one.
Just don't realize how long Marquette really is. 6'8", 6'9" across the board. Great length. Watch this, Wayne. Right there, Chartouni was almost point blank at the rim. He probably turned down a better opportunity than he gave up, but Chartouni going out to a nice round of applause.
Camarada, the walk-off senior guard, enters the game as Chartouni gets a hand from the bench. 8 points tonight for the graduate transfer from Fordham.
I'm really looking forward. We talk about that St. John Seton Hall matchup. I'm really curious to see how DePaul does. They seem to have a little bit of saltiness this year, Wayne, and they've had some success. Beat Penn State in overtime.
Marada missing the 3. The crowd was ready to jump. That one falling for Camarada, but a timeout on the floor, and Marquette in a runaway tonight, trying to hang on.
Week 17 on.
Their first conference game will be on New Year's Day at St. John's. And coming up on New Year's Eve, the Red Box Bowl kicks off between Oregon and Michigan State at 2:30 Eastern on Fox. Then flip over to FS1. Number 17 Utah will battle number 22 Northwestern in the San Diego County Credit Union Holiday Bowl at 6:30 Eastern, or catch it all on the Fox Sports app. Oregon scores a lot. They'll have their quarterback back next year. Justin Herbert, who could have been a first-round pick in the NFL draft, electing to return to school for his senior year at Oregon.
I'm sure the Duck Nation let out a collective sigh of relief on that one.
Sure they did. Maybe the New York Giants fans let out some boos toward Oregon. Because they need a quarterback, and that could have been a guy they drafted. But Herbert will stay at Oregon, and the Giants will have to look for someone else to replace the great Eli Manning.
fans may want to pay attention to that Holiday Bowl with Utah and Northwestern, because historically the Holiday Bowl has been one of the better bowls every season. High scoring, a lot of action. Northwestern pretty dominant the Big Ten West before they ran into that buzzsaw Big Ten championship.
Coach Fitz and the boys will make it interesting, certainly, Northwestern and Utah in the Holiday Bowl. Southern unable to keep this one tight tonight against Marquette, but good showcase for Marcus Howard in the first half. He had 23 points, ending up with 26 total. Shot clock winding down. Bailey's got to get rid of it. Hits it off the side of the rim. And a rebound for Isaiah Rollins.
Well, in this situation now with a little under 3 minutes left for Steve Wojciechowski, you want to get guys that don't get a chance to play that often. You want to get them some clock. Mulata's in the game.
Coming up Saturday, the start of Big East play. Georgetown still has a non-conference game with Howard, but Xavier against DePaul, that will open up the conference schedule. Later that night, St. John's against Seton Hall. Chris Mullen's team is undefeated.
Don't sleep on Georgetown now. Mac McClung, Big East, reigning Big East Freshman of the Week. He's a highlight reel. But his backcourt mate, James Akinjo, is special.
And the two young freshman guards for Patrick Ewing's Hoyas. A bad pass from Aaron Ray. Brooks tried to save it, went to Jamal Cain instead. Cain against a double team. Didn't get it, but Brendan Bailey certainly does.
And Cain will swear that was a pass. Nice job by Bailey coming through on the flush.
Marquette has squeezed it on both ends tonight. An 80-point effort offensively. Meanwhile, Southern struggling to get to 40. As Cain grabs a rebound.
Cain getting a chance to seldom use the role of bringing the ball up and initiating the offense.
Held trying to back his way down low. Left hand didn't go, but he's fouled. As we take a look, we talked earlier about Steven aging himself. The all Rodney Dangerfield team.
Hey, listen, Michael Enzi from Seton Hall, jack of all trades. Eli Cain, he was already mentioned earlier. Alpha Diallo from Providence is the leading rebounder in the Big East. Najee Marshall is a lot like Hauser, can do a little bit of everything. And Theo John, he's kind of an unsung guy on this very talented Marquette team. But everybody's got to know who Rodney Dangerfield is, man. Come on now. I'll ease up on the basketball references, but Rodney Dangerfield, I'll have him, man.
Theo John, one of a handful of players that are lacking respect in your eyes.
Yeah, and you know, young man Michael Enzi from Seton Hall, he didn't speak English 6 years ago. This summer he had an internship on Wall Street. Very intensive 2-month internship, so that tells you a little bit about the character of that young man.
We talked about Max Strus for DePaul earlier, but Eli Cain is really the heart and soul of that Blue Demons team.
He does a really good job from the point guard position. Can really light up from three, but has deferred his offensive game to get others going. And there you see Theo, pretty happy on the sidelines right there. Big presence, can score and get an opportunity. Does a really good job of protecting the rim.
Theo Johns had a good night coming off his very good defensive effort against Buffalo last week. Marquette with wins against Buffalo, Wisconsin, and Kansas State here at the Fiserv Forum, where they will be 10-0 after tonight. A rare offensive rebound leads to a bucket from Isaiah Rollins.
So Marquette's reserves getting a chance to learn how to break his pressure a little bit. It's like Cam is getting called on to do most of the work.
Marquette's got Michael Alito and Buddy Jaffe in the game, both making their first appearances of the season. Tommy Gardner and Cam Murata, walk-ons, also on the floor right now. As the Golden Eagles will get their 11th win in 13 tries in non-conference play. The 2 losses against Kansas and Indiana, keeping Marquette from being on this list.
Yeah, this is a heck of a list. The Wolverines, one of the best defensive teams in the nation, along with Virginia. Nevada just uber talented. And then the Houston Cougars, probably a surprise right there in my opinion. Kelvin Sampson once again showing his coaching prowess. That's how the Cougars fare in the AAC. Let's see which one of these reserves will get a chance to get a shot up here on this, what looks like the last possession for Marquette.
4-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Cam Murata makes the 3 from the top of the arc. Murata's first bucket of the year. And it puts one final smile on the faces of the fans here at the Fiserv Forum. Marquette with an 84-41 victory over Southern University tonight. And Murata, he might get carried off on somebody's shoulders.
You love to see that. Guy that doesn't get a chance to get a lot of game tick, but is always there in practice, always supporting the guys. You gotta love it.
Well, of the 9 threes that Marquette hit tonight, maybe his was the favorite as they put together an 84-41 win. We'll take a break here in Milwaukee and come back to put a bow on Marquette's victory over Southern University. Cam Murata thanking the heavens as the Marquette bench gets wrapped up in the 3 from the walk-on senior.